Okay, okay. I repeated hooray for Santa Claus because people seem to be enjoying it. But it's time to start the stream. Hi, I'm Keith. We've already got people here. Slinky says, I'm sorry, how do you spell that again? They're spelling it S-A-N-T-A, but they're clearly saying Santy. Yeah, they're trolling us. Their whole house is singing along, yeah. Steve says he has his Mountain Dew and Pringles. Okay. Someone on YouTube just joined us. Darthwing Games, hello. I'm streaming on YouTube for a change. I'm gonna chance it on YouTube. YouTube is such a minefield of copyright problems. But thank you for joining us, Darthwing. How did you find us? Are you somebody that I know, or are you a first timer? Anyway, we're gonna be watching Hoppity Goes to Town, the 1942 classic Max Fleischer film, while we're listening to Al Hirt playing the trumpet on the theme from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That is Al Hirt, by the way. Once you know it, you can tell. I would never have guessed, but that's him. And Larry is with us. Darthwing, you just did a live stream? Cherry is here. Hello, Cherry. I think you missed Saturday morning, but you're awake now? Okay. Let's wait for the hooray for Santa Claus to finish. Oh, you work Saturdays. Okay, you were saying, okay, Darthwing says you added our video for the Rocky Mountain Dragons to your playlist. Okay, that's how you found us then. Yeah. Rocky Mountain Dragons, that's an interview I did at I think Geek Girl Con, back when conventions were a thing, in the pre-Holocaust days. I shouldn't say Holocaust. I should say the pre-virus days. Oh, you've got several of them. They make amazing toys, don't they? I think we could call them toys. Yeah, there's this couple of women out of Denver, Colorado. Yeah, the good old days, Eric. A couple of yeah, Miranda missed cons already. A couple of women out of Denver, Colorado, who make these tremendous handmade plush dragons, and I did an interview with them on the 50th Street channel. Most of the videos on the 50th Street channel are convention interviews and travelogues. We've been doing live streams ever since the virus hit, though. I'm doing 4 live streams a week now. 5. No, 4. Yeah, 4. If you include the Tuesday live show, which I've not been doing live the last few weeks because it's hard to find guests. Darthwing says they are my cosplay. Okay. But Larry is here. Larry, who's an old friend of mine from college days in the mid 1980s. He's a great film buff and animation aficionado, and he's been looking forward to this showing of Hoppity Goes to Town for some time. I've got my DVD here. This, for those of you who don't know the story, Hoppity Goes to Town was an animated feature film created by the Fleischer Studios back in 1942. They're the studio that created Betty Boop and did all the classic Popeye cartoons. And they created 2 feature-length films. The first one was Gulliver's Travels, which personally I'm not interested in. But then they created Hoppity Goes to Town. The original name was Mr. Bug Goes to Town, but the name was changed. We'll talk about that later. It has never been released. It has never ban properly restored or released on DVD or anything. But in 2008, Studio Ghibli, the Japanese studio, the Hayao Miyazaki studio, restored it and released it on this DVD. And they released it in conjunction with a box set of Miyazaki films, only in Japan. I'm not sure why. I think it's because they released the box set in conjunction with their new film at the time, Arrietty, The World of Arrietty. I think that's what the title, which is based on The Borrowers, which is about tiny people who live in the baseboards in people's houses, kind of like bugs. So I guess they were looking for something extra to include in their box set. The irony being that that particular box set was co-produced by Disney, by the Disney Corporation. So you have a copy of a never before restored copy of Fleischer's Hoppity Goes to Town, sponsored by Disney. Strange. And the DVD has never come to America. I ordered this back in March, right after the virus happened, and it took until this week to get to me. Um, lots of mail problems. Anyway, who all's here? Everybody say hello. Um, we've got 6 people on Twitch, 1 person on YouTube. I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube, DLive, Periscope, Facebook, Tiger Dial, and a couple other things too. Captain Slinky says, "Dang." What are you danging about? I said several amazing things in a row right there. um, Darthwing says, "What was it again? Couldn't see it on my phone. It's Hoppity Goes to Town." Whoops. Here. Hoppity Goes to Town. Cherry Round is saluting. Oh, the mail. He was saying "dang" about the mail. But you'll see the entire film shortly. Shortly, Darthwing. Carissa's here. Carissa was here with us for the morning cartoons. Robert has donated $5. Robert, also known as Eric, correct? Is that Eric? Okay. Um, thank you. We need it. 50th Street. My name is Keith, by the way. For those who don't know, I run this thing called 50th Street Studio. There's the logo up in the corner. We are a nonprofit. We are raising money. So Darthwing had to switch to PC. Okay, you'll see the picture better then. Good. Phones work fine though. Yeah, that's you, Eric. Yeah, I remember. 50th Street Studio is raising money. We are in pretty serious need of funds right now. We have a $2,000 goal. We've raised about 10% of it, a little over 10%. There will be links coming up in the chat on Twitch. Darthwing watching on YouTube, you should see the donation link in the description on YouTube. And we stream every Saturday at 10 a.m. and at 7 p.m. In the mornings. Saturday mornings we show bad cartoons. We have a show called Bad Saturday Morning, and this morning was particularly bad. It was painful. I was particularly guilty of some terrible material that I showed. But Captain Slinky, oddly enough, came to the rescue and showed us the first episode of Arc 2, a tremendous Saturday morning show from 1977, great science fiction show. Larry, you would probably remember Arc 2. I'm sure I've discussed Arc 2 with Larry. Yeah, our other co-host, Mr. Fox Guy, showed us those awful Hulk Hogan cartoons. God, those are awful. And I was guilty of showing New Zoo Review. I would apologize, but I'm not really sorry. It was terrible. But yes, Steve was here. Steve says Arc 2 saved us. It pulled us out of the fire. Yeah, Mr. Fox Guy. Hi. Mike is here. He says, let us never discuss Hulk Hogan again. We've got 10 people watching already. I'm very happy about that. Larry says, New Zoo Review. Oi. Yeah. Yeah, you remember New Zoo Review, don't you, Larry? It was a slog. It was a slog. Did you know, Larry? They made 200 episodes of that show? 200. Can you imagine? Cherry says hello to Mr. Fox Guy. Yeah, those of you who didn't make it for Saturday morning this morning, you can go back and watch it anytime if you want to. Yeah, Steve, that's a lot of bad songs. Yeah, hi, Miranda's here. Miranda, you said that you watched. You said that you got to watch it. Darthwing over in YouTube, you're not seeing all the chats that are happening here at Twitch. There's a lot of people chatting on Twitch. I try to keep up with the chat. Oh, you rewatched this morning. Okay, yeah. How are you feeling? You said you're still sick. Miranda was very sick during the stream. on Thursday. Last Thursday I did a 12-hour bad movie marathon, and I picked the worst of the worst. I picked the absolute bad ones. Usually I don't show bad movies. On Sunday mornings we do the bad Saturday morning, and on Saturday evenings I do a free movie, usually a public domain movie. Sometimes an excellent movie, sometimes a bad movie, but always worth seeing, always entertaining. And on Sunday evenings, I've started doing a show called the Secret Movie Club, where people who donate $20 or more, who can make a pledge of $20 or more per month to 50th Street, can join us. And I give the viewers a choice of movies to watch, and it's always something excellent. Hopefully, something that you've never seen before. Mike has been there. Miranda's been there from the beginning. Um, and Chris, who has to work today, he said he couldn't see it today. They've been there. Um, yeah, Mike, we can absolutely talk about Secret Movie Club. Um, Captain Slinky says Miranda has the Nuzu review disease. And Miranda says they've all been amazing. Yeah, Miranda was in the Secret Movie Club when we were still at the studio space with the giant TV on the wall. She would come over on Friday evenings, and the two of us would pick a movie that she hadn't seen before. And um, yeah, she's been with us from the beginning. And educational too. Seeing stuff that not only have you never seen before, but stuff you didn't even know existed. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. I'm glad Carissa is here. I hope Angela can join us. I think the first I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna show two other Fleischer cartoons before we start. Before we start Hoppity Goes to Town. Larry, you'll be happy about this. And I'm gonna start with a bizarre little thing from 1941 called Raggedy Ann and Andy, which is a completely forgotten uh, Fleischer short film. It's a 17 or 18 minutes long. It's a two-reeler, not one of their regular cartoons. Miranda says she still thinks about Phantom of the Paradise often. So do I. That's a great film. Hey, Carol is here. Carol just came in. We've got 11 viewers. Wow, that's impressive. 11 viewers. We haven't even started the film. Um, yeah, we've made so many new friends here. So glad to see everybody. And for those of you who don't know, Captain Slinky and Mr. Fox Guy also live stream. Captain Slinky streams almost every day while he builds bizarre lamps out of junk, and Mr. Fox Guy streams bad movies twice a week on Wednesdays and Fridays. And sometimes I join him. Um, so go follow Captain Slinky um, and Mr. Fox Guy. Oh, Darthwing is here with us on Twitch. Great. Glad you can join us. Please give us a follow. We are at. Oh yes, and Carissa, Happy Goth Art. She streams art. She streams art twice a week. Yeah, I want to plug everybody. Um, you found us through the website links. Excellent, excellent. That's what the website is for. That's what the website is for. I'm glad you're paying attention, Darthwing. Thank you. And please give us a follow here on Twitch. We're at 95 followers on Twitch. I want to get over the 100 mark. Great. And there's the link for donation that just came up in the chat. So I'm going to start. Larry, are you still with us? Give us information about this stuff as we watch, because Larry is the one who knows all the details. I'm an animation historian myself. I know all the details, but Larry's better at it. Here's a list of the things that we're raising money for. Oh, Darthwing, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Great. That should be number 96. Here's a list of. Larry says not better, just older. You're what, like 2 years? 2 years older? Here's a list of the things that we're raising money for. Yeah, you got a pop-up, Darthwing. Yeah, that's the great thing about Twitch. I love this, by the way. I love the fact that all of us can have our own TV station now. All of us can do the Weird Al Yankovic UHF thing. You haven't used Twitch much. Well, I think you should. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to see on Twitch, a lot more than just games now. And we have a much better time on Twitch than we do with YouTube, although YouTube has its place. Here's a list of the kind of things that we're raising money for. Our big expense is the $1,000 that we still owe to our former landlord. We need to get that out of the way. Um, some of these others, with the money that we raise this week, I'll be able to pay for the renewing the domain name for 5 years. I'll be able to do that easily. Um, and we should be able to cover the $50 a month for the Adobe software. Um, Miranda says, I literally just finished UHF. It's a cool little movie, isn't it? Carissa says, I find Twitch much more interactive. Yeah, Twitch was made for that. And YouTube is having to catch up. All right. Um, let's go into the theater here. Carissa, uh, okay, Darthwing says, I did find Restream that I see you use too with my new YouTube channel. Okay. All right. Yeah, Darthwing, I'll look for your channels. Yeah, I'll try to look for your channels. Try to remind me later. But Carissa, I think, oh, you use it with your new channel. Okay, I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat here. There's more going on than I'm used to. I'll try to keep up. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay pretty quiet during the showing of these cartoons because they're so great, and I want people to pay attention. So turn up your volume and everything. But Carissa, I'm glad you're seeing this particular one that we're starting with, the Raggedy Ann and Andy cartoon. Um, yeah, Carissa, we need to get me some moderators. Um, if things grow, if things really continue to grow, we might need moderators. I would love to see it grow. I dread trying to moderate though. Yeah, I dread it. I want it and I also dread it. Okay, we've got 11 people all on Twitch. I've got my Tiger Dial chat open too in case anyone wants to chat on Tiger Dial. We're gonna watch Raggedy Ann and Andy, Fleischer, two reel cartoon from by two reels I mean two actual reels of film, not being uh, not being too real. Miranda says I would mod for you. I know you would do it, Miranda. Um, I don't know if you want to. It's not like we're gonna have screaming 10-year-olds in here, you know, uh, um, spamming constantly, and we don't have any emotes to use. Someone mentioned during the 12-hour movie marathon. I think Mike or yeah, too real. Okay, it was Mike or Cherry Round who was talking about emotes. I might do emotes someday. Um, you know, Eric says we don't need no mods. But Carissa, I thought you would particularly be interested in this Raggedy Ann and Andy cartoon. This was the first time Raggedy Ann and Andy were animated. Raggedy Ann and Andy have been around for almost 100 years now. Um, just Steve says a screaming 56-year-old right here. um, but this is I'm showing this because this is an example of the kind of work that the Fleischer Studios were capable of. This was 1942 when Hoppity was released. 1941-42. That was the very end of the studio. Um, the Fleischer Studios films were distributed by, and Larry, make sure I get all this right. They were distributed by Paramount Studios, and Paramount had a relationship with Fleischer that all of the major distributors had with the animation studios. They would, in order to keep the cartoons coming, they would lend money to the animation studios because it was a money losing proposition even back then. They would lend money to the animation studios and continue to distribute their films until they reached a point where they felt that the animators owed them so much money that they could literally foreclose on the studio. And in 41 or 42, Paramount did that to Fleischer Studios, literally shut them down, took them over, shut them down. But they kept animating. They took all of Fleischer's animators. Yeah, Mr. Foxy, I know you've shown the Superman shorts, and I'm going to show one here just before we do Hoppity. Paramount took over the Fleischer Studios, fired Max and Dave Fleischer, and but kept all the animators and continued to make Popeye cartoons all through the 1950s, and introduced a whole host of new characters like Little Audrey and Baby Huey, and that's where all those awful cartoons came from. It was Paramount taking over production at the Fleischer Studios. But all of the things I'm about to show you right now came at the very end of the Fleischer Studios when Max Fleischer was still in charge, and they're an excellent demonstration of how, yeah, they fired the owners. Literally, they took the they foreclosed. There's been people people ever since then have speculated that what they did was probably illegal, but the Fleischer Studios owed Paramount so much money that Paramount was able to do that. Just move in, kick out the owners, and take over. Um, uh, Basically, they're Bethesda. Okay, happy God. Bethesda, for those who don't know, is a software company. A game they produce games. These big name games like World of Warcraft. Does Bethesda run Skyrim? Okay, yeah, okay. And Bethesda has a bad reputation for swallowing up um, small game makers. Oh, Blizzard is World of Warcraft. Okay, well, yeah. Everyone, feel free to correct me. Okay, I'm gonna start Raggedy Ann and Andy. This is a real treat. Larry, this is an excellent print of this film.
I hope she's still there. I hope she's still there.
This is another film that's never been restored.
Yeah.
It's never been released. Okay, Darth Wayne, thank you. Thank you for the link.
Good morning.
Huh?
Good morning.
Oh, one of my little customers. And what can I do for you, madam?
I would like to buy that beautiful girl doll that's in the window.
You mean this one?
That's it.
I'm sorry, but these two dolls must be sold together. $1 the pair.
But I only have 50 cents, and I can only buy one.
I'm awfully sorry, but I just can't separate them. Why? Well, because they're, you see, they're, let me see. Now, it happened in Ragland a long time ago.
What if your rainbows are made of rags and your castles are built in the air? As long as you find happiness, you're a calico millionaire.
Calico Millionaire.
Make yourself a crazy
I love it.
to cover your pillow with dreams. All the happiness that your dreams possess.
May someday be real as it seems.
This is top quality movie musical here.
Riches are make-believe and there's patches on things that you wear. As long as you find happiness, you're a calico millionaire.
The music is composed by Sammy Timberg. He's the guy who wrote the Popeye theme song. Took him about 2 hours. That was his biggest hit. Bought him a vacation home.
All set, go! Victim 7-8.
I love these tape measure guys.
6 and 7 8. 16 and 26. 16 and 26. He lift.
We have 13 people watching. Welcome, everybody. Everybody, please say hello in chat. And give us a follow if you haven't already. Yeah, Carissa, I thought you would like this. I thought you would appreciate this. This is one of the most charming animated films ever made, and it's entirely forgotten. I like this detail of the hearts that the paintbrush artist gives them. Yeah, and the animation is top notch.
What's your name?
I don't know. What's yours?
Gee, I guess we haven't any.
You're a nobody without a name. You're a nobody without a name. To be an individual, your name must mean considerable.
You're a nobody without a name. You're a nobody
Such a good song.
without a name.
To quote with mere formality, you've gotta have personality.
In history, men were great because their names illuminate. You cannot stop or hesitate.
You're a nobody
Yeah, Mike, the Jimmy Durante scissors.
without a name.
To be a great John Monica, you've got to have a Monica. To get into the Hall of Fame, you gotta get a name.
You must go to the castle at the end of the lane. There you will be greeted and given the name. Hurry before the sunset hour arrives, or you will be nothing but rags, the rest of your lives.
Ah, a quest.
Off we go, feeling so hippity happy merry-o. Off we go, 'cause we know we gotta get a name.
Don't worry, I'm only the camel with the wrinkled knees. And I'll take you to the castle with the greatest of ease.
Yes, Mike, that is the voice of Goofy. That's Pinto Colvig. Look at even the backgrounds are great. That's Pinto Colvig, the voice of Goofy. He was that rarest of voice actors. He only had the one voice.
Fill them up.
Yeah, you gotta have the Fleischer sight gag.
No speak American, but no I can make American. La 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 la. Like hot chili can, I know I can make American. La 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 la, yeah. Chiquita, she only loved one man. Only one man at a time. No speak American, but no I can make American. La 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 la.
Aw.
Hello.
Hello.
Hmm. Okay, Larry says this was after he started Goofy. Gulliver's Lane. Castle of Names.
I'm so worried about my friend.
Mike,
Doesn't find
she's a robot. Don't do it, Andy.
He'll never have a name. We must go back for him.
But we can't turn back now. It's almost sunset.
Who is she? What is she doing here? Where did she come from?
Elephant security.
I've got a pain in my sawdust. Oh, that's what's the matter with me. Something is wrong with my little insides. I'm just as sick as can be. Don't let me faint. Someone get me a fan. And someone please run for the medicine man. Everyone hurry as fast as you can. 'Cause I've got a pain in my sawdust.
Do not go. Stay. Sit down. I dance for you.
Yeah, Miranda. It's touching, isn't it?
Possibly calico complications.
No. Velvetitis.
Concussion of the cotton.
Stitchinitis.
Hem stitches unusual size.
Patent secret.
Polka dots before the eyes.
Probably pleated.
What's your name?
Archita, Amita, Conchita, Bebita, Pepita, Rosita. What's yours?
Mine? Gosh, I have a name.
What? You have no name. You are just a nobody without a name.
Gosh, I better be going.
What? You have no name?
In order to get the inside goat, we'll have to use the fluoroscope. Joe, the fluoroscope.
The fluoroscope.
Ah, literally broken.
A broken heart. Too bad. There is nothing doctors can do about that. Too bad.
How do you get to the Castle of Names?
When I do the sight gag about pointing both directions, I'm actually doing this filling station monkey, not the Cheshire Cat.
Look, we have names. Yours is Raggedy Ann. Mine is Andy. Raggedy Ann, I love you. My little Raggedy Ann. I love your blue button eyes. They're just like stars in the sky.
Yeah, Darthwing. A lot of people had these dolls.
Raggedy Ann, I love you. My little Raggedy Ann. You mean the whole world to me. Always together we'll be.
Yeah, Miranda. These singers. The dancing elephant cops. I love this cartoon.
Forever we will be together, you and me. My Raggedy Ann.
Yeah. Well, folks, you're not committed.
That's why the two dolls can never be separated.
Those of you who think you're in a committed relationship, you're not committed until you stitch your hands together. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike says his favorite cartoon of all time is Feed the Kitty, the Looney Tunes. Yeah, and now this is right up there, right there at the top. Yeah.
Just because I can't sell you one doesn't mean that I can't give you both.
Aww.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's Fleischer Studios, one of the last films that Max and Dave Fleischer directed and produced themselves, Raggedy Ann and Andy, 1941. Yeah, hell of a film. There's like 6 original songs in there, and it's not even 18 minutes long. Sammy Timberg, real tour de force from Sammy Timberg there. The Fleischers were at the height of their art and their creativity. And of course, that's when Paramount shut them down. But they had a few more things up their sleeves before they were completely gone. Yeah, Mike says, in the wrong hands that would have fallen flat. The Fleischers were great. Yeah. They were capable of producing some really tremendous stuff, and they were only getting better and better. They produced another Raggedy Ann cartoon called The Magic Square. I think they were planning on producing a whole series. The Magic Square isn't quite, it's not quite as good. It's a really sad tearjerker about a blind girl, but it's not nearly as powerful as this. This is some stuff. Yeah, went out with a bang, says Mike. Yeah, that film had 2 endings because of the little wraparound story. It had 2 tearjerker endings. Raggedy Ann and Andy getting stitched together with the big climactic song, and then the toy shop man giving the dolls away to the poor little girl. Yeah, it was absolutely adorable. I knew you would like it, Carissa. For some reason, I thought Carissa would like that in particular. I wasn't prepared for Miranda to be quite so touched by it. And yeah, you're right, Miranda. Those singing voices, that little boy singing that song at the end, is just heartbreaking. Um, uh, Darthwing says, "Was this the Hoppity video or something else?" No, this is not the Hoppity video yet. We still haven't watched Hoppity Goes to Town. Um, yeah. I wish more people knew about this cartoon. I wish someone would give it a proper restoration. Miranda says she had Raggedy Ann as a kid. I think the Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls were the best-selling dolls in history, aside maybe from Barbie. Yeah, I found this in the 1980s. I found it on a collection, on a VHS collection at a video rental store. It was on a collection of with a whole bunch of other cartoons, really bad print. Um, Eric says every girl I knew had one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We had more than one in my family when I was a kid. They're out of fashion now. Today's younger generations have completely forgotten them. They had a rich story history, a rich, a rich, a whole rich series of books that Johnny Gruel wrote. You notice in this cartoon, Raggedy Ann and Andy were made for each other. They were literally made for each other, and they were hitched, literally stitched together. In subsequent decades, they were presented as brother and sister, which isn't nearly as compelling. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who made the decisions to change those things. I know in the 1980s there was an animated feature film um, that a lot of people from a lot of people who grew up in the 90s remember it from when they were children, and there were some nightmare sequences in there that really frightened children, and the Raggedy Ann and Andy were brother and sister in that one. Um, Mike says, I think the wonderful part about them being stitched together is that they wanted to be, not who made them. Right. And that and that the that paintbrush artist who created them gave them the hearts that he gave them that literally brought them to life had their hearts didn't say the same things on them. They weren't motivated by necessarily the same things. But they yeah, but they got together in the end anyway. Yeah, it's an excellent little film that bears a great deal of scrutiny because there's so much in it, so much going on. I'm going to continue. We have 13 people watching, 12 people on Twitch, one person on YouTube. Say hello in the chat, everybody, and whoever it is that's watching on YouTube, say hello in the chat on YouTube as well. Again, we are raising money for 50th Street. Minnesota Lakes says hello on YouTube. Hi, haven't seen you in a while. Remind me your name. I remember the name Minnesota Lakes. Yeah, I haven't been streaming on YouTube. YouTube has too many problems with copyright, and it's always a minefield. Even though I'm streaming stuff that's public domain, YouTube we run into too many problems on YouTube. So hello over there on YouTube. Michelle, correct? Yes, I remember. Thank you for coming back. Again, we are raising money for 50th Street Studio. We've got a long way to go. We're only a little over 10% of our goal here. I'm going to continue with another Fleischer cartoon before we get to Hoppity. I'm going to show one of the Superman cartoons. Let's get straight to that. I'm going to show the second Superman cartoon in the series, The Mechanical Monsters, which I think is by far the best. By far the best. Let's see which screen are we on here? Okay. Now notice. Okay. There's a number of things to notice here.
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Notice where it says Technicolor? It's got the Raggedy Ann font. The the sound is glitching out on me a bit here. We'll just bear with it.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Empowered with X-ray vision, possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
Yeah, Larry is pointing out that the sound design and the effects are tremendous in these cartoons as well, not just the animation. These Superman cartoons were revolutionary. You notice it was the Fleischer writers who came up with the faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. That came from these cartoons, and I think it was this cartoon right here that introduced X-ray vision to Superman's powers. I think it was. The Fleischers also invented the trope of Superman changing clothes in a phone booth. These Superman cartoons at the time were the most direct deposit, yeah. Minnesota, this was 1941. Yeah, Steve, yeah, you forget how good these cartoons look. Tim McLemire is following. Thank you for the follow. And welcome. I hope you enjoy the show tonight. Tremendous music. Ah, Mr. Foxy Eye, Tim is your cousin. Welcome, Tim. Look at this great picture. The design of these films is just pure class.
Lois, what are you doing here?
Oh, just get a woman's angle on this story.
And they look nothing like Disney. Nothing at all like Disney. Carissa thinks the eyes on these characters are creepy. I don't. And look at the camera angles they're getting on these shots. They're doing a lot of art direction here as well. These Superman cartoons were the most expensive.
Come on, you fool! You trample!
They were the most expensive short cartoons ever made. I'll talk about that later.
Now you wait here. I'll fall in.
Dutch angles, yeah. Larry is making a good point here. Of course, Lois isn't going to sit still.
Yes, I'll give you the details later, Chief.
The jewels do look good, Minnesota.
All right, Lois. Lois!
Lois literally gets in the robot.
This is a job for Superman.
This is a job for Superman. That's another Fleischer trope. Larry is making a good point here. He said, oh, there goes the X-ray vision. Yeah. I can't keep up with chat. I'm too busy watching. Check out what Lois says here.
Story this is going to make.
What have you done with the jewels?
You'll read about it in tomorrow's paper.
Are you going to tell me what happened to those jewels?
What have you done with the jewels? You'll read about it in tomorrow's paper. Lois didn't take crap.
So, you won't tell me. You'll soon change your mind. Superman!
Yeah, Mike says he just happened to have the dipping mechanism ready. Wow, Soups. 20 robots, 21 robots. Oh, there's number 27. Is there like 30 robots? They got flamethrowers. Yikes. Wow.
Take one more step and she's doomed.
His cape is super too.
That's a wonderful story, Lois.
Thanks, Clark, but I owe it all to Superman.
The knowing wink into the camera. Yep. Yeah, these Fleischer Superman cartoons introduced so many of the Superman tropes that we're familiar with. The faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, the changing clothes in the phone booth, winking at the camera. I owe it all to Superman. Yeah, and they're all public domain. Yeah. Larry was making the point that Disney was trying to replicate life. They were trying to make everything completely lifelike, while the Fleischer Studios were trying to replicate the um, uh, the, the the look and feel of entertaining film rather than trying to make every character move, act, and talk like real people. Yeah, there was a great deal of difference in the way the Fleischers and Disney approached animation. Um, the Yeah, the Fleischers were in the middle of releasing these Superman cartoons uh, when Paramount took over. Paramount finished the Superman cartoons that the Fleischers had started, and then ended that series. There was there were a number of scripts that the Fleischers had written for more Superman cartoons they were going to make. One of which uh, Superman was going to meet Batman. Can you imagine? We would have had a Superman Batman cartoon from 1941 in this style. When um, when uh, when Bruce Timm created Batman the Animated Series in the 1990s, he used Fleischer's Superman cartoons as his design inspiration. The Batman cartoons and the subsequent Superman animated series look the way they do because of the Fleischer cartoons. They were entirely inspired by the Fleischer cartoons, and they did a good job of capturing that classic style. Yeah, Carissa, that would have been so cool. A Fleischer interpretation of Batman. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Um, yeah, next time you look at the Superman the animated series from the late '90s, keep the Fleischer cartoons in mind. It looks exactly like the Fleischer cartoons. There are episodes of the Fleischer Superman series where that take place in Metropolis at night, and the 1941 Fleischer vision of Metropolis at night looks exactly like the Gotham City from Batman the Animated Series. They were totally riffing on Fleischer's Superman cartoons. Yeah, once you know it, it's obvious. And I also want to point out that here the Fleischers had Superman fighting a giant transforming flying robot 35, 40 years before the Transformers. Yeah, they were way ahead of their time on these things. And they, all great artists steal. Yeah, this Carissa. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, good artists copy, great artists steal. Yeah. Where did that quote come from? Was that Salvador Dali, or was that Andy Warhol? Who was that? Whoever's famous for that quote probably stole it. But yeah, as I was saying, these Fleischer cartoons at the time, they were the most expensive animated shorts ever made. When Superman comics first appeared in 1938, it's Picasso. Okay. Um, the Superman comics first appeared in 1938. They were an immediate hit. They were the biggest hit that comics had ever seen. Superman's success basically created comics, as we know them. Before Superman, comics were basically collected reprints of newspaper comic strips. So Superman was the first superhero, and he's still the greatest. Isn't that amazing? Um, and he was such a big hit, such a huge immediate hit. Everybody wanted to have to have Superman related products, including all of the movie studios. And Paramount wanted some Superman cartoons, and they went to Fleischer, they went to Max Fleischer, and they said, "We want to order a series of Superman cartoons." And Max Fleischer didn't want to do it. He was too busy. He had too much, and he owed them too much money. Uh, but so what he did was he decided he was going to quote them such a high price that they would never pay it. And he told them he wanted, I think he's $100,000 per cartoon, and they said okay. They were so eager to be the first to have Superman cartoons that they agreed to $100,000 per cartoon. In today's money, that would be like $1.5 million for a 7 or 8 minute cartoon. And that's why they look so good, is because he was able to pay animators to spend time actually creating animation art. That's the problem with cheap animation, is that the animators The animators may be great artists, they may be great animators. We were talking about this morning during these terrible cartoons that we were watching. The animators are great artists. The animators are great animators, capable of great stuff. But if you don't pay them, they can't spend the time on it. So the reason these cartoons look so great is because Fleischer had basically unlimited money to work with on these. But uh, in the end, the Superman cartoons were very popular with the audiences because this was right at the start of World War II, and everybody loved the patriotic Superman stuff. Some of the later Superman cartoons involved him fighting Nazis and fighting the Japs. Um, they were really popular with audiences, but they didn't make money, and that was one of the reasons that Paramount used to foreclose on it. But the big thing was Hoppity Goes to Town, the feature film, which I'm about to show you. Um, it was Fleischer's second feature film, cost a lot of money. It was 100% original, and it lost a lot of money. Um, it in the States, the name of the film was Mr. Bug Goes to Town. They named it after the Larry, help me out here. The Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. Who's the guy who starred in the Mr. Deeds movies? Jimmy Jimmy. uh, there were it was a Frank Capra film. Um, was it Gary Cooper who was in Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, or was it Jimmy Stewart? I'm thinking of Jimmy Stewart. Was it Gary Cooper that was in the Mr. Deeds films, or was it Jimmy Stewart? I was thinking it was Jimmy Stewart. I've never seen the films, but that first film was really popular, so they named it. Stewart was Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Okay, that's why I'm getting them mixed up, because they were they were so similar. So they named it after that film, which I think is mistake number one. If you name your film after another film or after some other to be a riff on some other pop culture thing, you've already made a mistake. So it had its premiere in the States under the name Mr. Bug Goes to Town, and it had another premiere in London. And over there, they called it Hoppity Goes to Town. They renamed it Hoppity because, and I've only just recently learned this. I always wondered what the difference was. But in England, in Great Britain, calling someone a bug is an extreme insult. It's an extremely insulting thing. Just in the last year or so, somebody left a comment on one of my YouTube videos calling me that, and for the longest time I didn't know what he was. I didn't think anything of it, and it's when I was reading about this, I was like, oh, that's what he mean. He was really insulting me. So they renamed it Hoppity over there, and I think it's a better name. I think it's definitely a better name. So I've always called it Hoppity. And again, everybody, this is the DVD I got of it. This is the only real restoration that Hoppity Goes to Town has ever really received. This was restored by Studio Ghibli, the Miyazaki studio. And they released this in 2008 as part of a box set of Ghibli films. And I believe they did it because they were also releasing their new film, Arrietty, the World of Arrietty, which is based on The Borrowers, which is about tiny people who live in the baseboards and borrow stuff from the humans that live in the house. So they were thinking, here's a movie about bugs that we can include as an extra. And they actually did a restoration of this. Arrietty was a cute movie. I've not seen it, Carissa. I should see it. But evidently, Miyazaki may have found some inspiration in Hoppity Goes to Town. But I received this just recently. I ordered it back in March, and it took that long to get to me because of all the mail problems. And I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited. I have not watched this movie through. It's been many, many years since I've watched the movie through. Um, uh, so we're about to play it. It's you've seen what the Fleischers were capable of with these two short films that I showed you, and this will be. I don't know if I consider Hoppity to be quite as strong as Raggedy Ann and Superman, but then I haven't watched the film in probably 20, 25 years. So there'll be a lot of surprises for me, a lot of stuff that I've forgotten, a lot of great songs by the same guy who did the music for the two films you've just seen, the Raggedy Ann film. So expect some really great songs, some really charming scenes. It falls flat in a lot of ways. I remember it having a lot of scenes that just don't work. But it was mostly this film and its failure that prompted Paramount to end its relationship with Fleischer and basically take over a studio. Okay, before we get started, I'll do one more plug for the donation. We need to raise money for these items here. 50th Street Studio is a nonprofit, and we have a lot of things that we need to pay for these days. We're only a little over 10% toward our goal. There's a donation link showing up in the chat on Twitch, and on YouTube there should be a donation link in the description of the video. We've got 12 people watching. I'm happy that everyone has come and that everyone is still watching. Welcome everybody. If you haven't said hello already, please do so. Let us know. Let us know you're here. I'm going to get on with it here. Let me open this folder, and we will show the film. Here I've got the DVD menu here. We'll start it. Larry, you'll notice that Ghibli had an NTA print. And I think, Larry, this will be the best quality print you've ever seen of Hoppity. I already love the music. Music by Hoagy Carmichael and Frank Lesser. So it's not the same. It's not Sammy Timberg. I don't know why I said that earlier. I knew it was Hoagy Carmichael. Hoagy Carmichael was a huge name in Broadway at the time. Now notice what you're about to see here. This is a model. This is a giant model that the Fleischers built of Manhattan just for this opening credit. Yeah, you'll recognize a lot of these animators' names from other studios if you follow animation at all. There's a Sammy Timberg credit. The Fleischers had a habit of doing that. They would make these tremendous three-dimensional models that would appear in their films for only a few seconds. I'm really excited about this. Great piano music.
here, Mrs. Ladybug. Orange blossom with honeysuckle icing. Will there be anything else now?
No, that's all, thank you, Mr. Bumble. Why, where's Honey tonight?
Honey!
Yes, Dad?
Come on out here and show Mrs. Ladybug your new dress.
Good evening, Mrs. Ladybug.
Well, now, if you don't look prettier than a ruffled petunia.
You know, Hoppity's coming back.
Well, for Daisy's sake, you don't say. My, you've changed a lot since he saw you last. For the better.
I'm afraid you'll find a lot of other things changed, too. For the worse. Those human ones.
Those human ones. Why, the way they've taken a tramping through the lowlands, it's getting so your life ain't worth a sunflower seed anymore. One never knows who's going to get it next.
Mrs. Ladybug! Mrs. Ladybug! Ladybug! Fly away home! Your house!
My house! My house! Oh! Oh!
Yeah, Catch Pegasus came in. He joined us on YouTube. He caught one of the 50th Street streams. Welcome, Pegasus.
It's a goner.
What'll we do?
There's nothing to do. We're doomed to go, and don't forget I told you so.
And don't forget I told you so.
It's that fence.
Yes, Jeepers Creeper. For once you're right. At this rate, the human ones will trample us off the face of the ground. If anything happened to the honey shop...
Come on, Smack. We gotta tell the boss about this.
Yeah, this ought to be mighty interesting to him.
I think you're right.
Yes, Darthwing, we save all of these videos. You'll be able to view everything afterwards. There's a long list of stuff you can watch that we've done in the past.
Yes? Who is it?
It's us, boss. Swat the fly.
And Smack the mosquito.
Nitwits. Imbeciles. What if somebody should see you here? Now we go on before I bash your bonehead skulls.
Swat the fly and smack the mosquito.
But Mr. Beetle, you told us to wise you up when there was trouble in the lowlands.
And concerning Mr. Bumble and Honey.
Uh-oh.
Trouble? What sort of trouble?
From the human ones, boss. There was a fire. Mrs. Ladybug's house.
And a lot of houses was busted down, and they was all beefing and squawking.
And saying, what in the weeds is the world a-coming to? We'll all be exterminated.
Uh-oh. Well, come over and join us on Twitch,
Yeah,
Pegasus.
he says, me poor daughter. If anything should happen to me honey shop...
Very interesting. Very.
You know, Swan, the boss ain't no chump. He grabs off all this property up here where the human ones don't never come through.
Sure, he's plenty smart. Full of larceny. Full of larceny.
Very interesting. Good evening, dear friends. I hurried right down to offer poor dear Mrs. Ladybug my condolences.
Thank you, Mr. Beetle.
Most fortunate it wasn't your honey shop that burned. Eh, Bumble? Of course you realize that this sort of thing couldn't possibly occur up there on my estate. No human one ever intrudes up there.
I guess most of us would like to feel safe and secure.
That's just the point, Bumble, just the point. Merely reconsider my offer of marriage to your charming daughter, and we'll all three live up there just as snug as three bugs in a rug.
Of course,
Now, what
of
do you
course.
say to that, Bumble? Hey?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's just like I said before. It's my daughter's right to listen to what her little heart says. And it just don't seem to say Beetle. I guess maybe you haven't just got oomph, Mr. Beetle. Anyway, Hoppity's coming back.
Hoppity. Bumble, you're a nincompoop.
And it just don't seem to say Beetle.
I warn you, you're walking right into trouble. I'll sue somebody for this. Swat! Smack! Pow!
Yeah, Mike. Hoppity is like Godot. Everyone's waiting for Hoppity.
There you are, boss. All straightened out.
And if you have nothing further to do, straighten that out. Hoppity's coming back.
This is better than I remember, actually. Yeah, I'm enjoying this tremendously. Did the YouTube video stop streaming?
Hey, gee weeds. The human ones never stepped in there before.
It says it's still live.
Jumpin' Johnny Jump Ups. What's going on around here?
Thank you for the follow, fan club president. I like your name. And welcome.
It's nice to see you.
Oh, gee, it's nice to see you too.
You found us on a good night. Let us know how you came to the stream.
Hello, Hoppity.
Honey, oh, gee weeds.
Gee weeds.
Well, look who's here. Little Buzz.
Look, Hoppity, I'm a Bee Scout
A
now.
Bee Scout.
I'm a Bee Scout. So I grew up to be brave like you.
Bee Scout Buzz, I salute you.
A Bee Scout must behave. A Bee Scout must be brave. A Bee Scout must be prepared.
Hoppity. Bah.
Oh, someone shared it on Tumblr. Great. Fantastic. Well, tell your friends. You found us on a great night. We're watching Hoppity Goes to Town. A basically forgotten film from 1942.
But boss, the smoke stick was heading right for the honey shop.
The smoke
And
stick.
You know what Bumble said about if anything should
Yeah, Carissa, this is adorable.
my concern, there's still no place like home. Chump and buttercups.
Them human ones are always... Well, somebody don't stand there and help me do something about getting that thing off my honey shop.
Most unfortunate. Well, Bumble, don't say I didn't warn you. And now you are homeless, both of you, out in the street with no shelter over your head. I've been robbed.
Hoppity! 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 Oh, Hoppity, he'll be killed! Hoppity! Mr. Hoppity! Biscuit must behave.
Yeah, Darthwing says this is Frogger. Basically a game of Frogger.
This is gonna hurt me more than it does you.
Ouch. Oh no.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Hoppity, you make everything so complicated.
Same old Hoppity.
Hoppity. Bah!
Good night, Mr. Bubble.
Good night. Have a good time.
Okay, Mr. Bubble.
Take it easy, small fry.
Well, the boss said to follow him, didn't he?
classy cabaret. How are we gonna get in there?
Oh, just act nonchalant, like we belong.
I'm actually forgetting to talk. I'm watching so closely.
Good evening.
And stay out!
So there's a snazzy cabaret in the sewer.
Maybe I should have worn me tuxedo suit.
Pardon me. May I have this next rumble? La più sottomatica perro, alla sola tu, a per.
We've got 14 people watching. Welcome, everybody. Those of you who are new here, please say hello in the chat and let us know how you found us.
Who came to Sunday school with cherries on her lid? Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did. And who kissed the banker's boy and ran away and hid? Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did.
Katy did, Katy didn't. I love this song.
Every other girl would cry. She can't hold a candle to somebody such as I. But who got the banker's boy and 50,000 quid?
50,000 quid.
Katy did, Katy didn't, Katy did, Katy did. You can bet your life she did. Cherries on her little cake, the Katy, the Katy, the Katy didn't Tolly.
And who kissed the banker's boy and ran away and hid?
We know Katy did, and Katy did.
Katie's hard to handle, and as far as I can see, she can't hold a candle to a certain honeybee.
But who got the banker's boy and 50,000 quid? I bet that Katy did, Katy, you bet your life she did.
Katy did, Katy didn't. I love that song. This is just good music.
That's the last strawberry. I'm gonna exterminate him.
You might, miss, you might.
Oh, let me do it, will you? Let me do it. You always have all the fun. I never get to hit nobody on the head or things like that.
All right then, sissy, take it. But don't miss. Whatever you do, don't miss.
Eric, yes, all of the songs
This. This is gonna be
in this film were originals written for this film. Hoagie Carmichael.
Nice work, feather brains. Why, you goggle-eyed microbe. I ought to wrap you up in flypaper. I can't depend upon you to do nothing right. Why, I ought to slap you down, you banjo-eyed pinhead. I don't know why I ever...
Say, somebody's in trouble. Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, lightning bug.
A jitterbug.
Yeah.
Jitterbug.
Why, Hoppity, you were grand. You were electrifying.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, Eric, you were asking about the songs.
Buzz around, keep a buzzing round.
Bring home all the honey love to me.
Let me spend the happy hours roving with you amongst the flowers when we get where no one else can see.
Cuddle up, cuddle up, cuddle up. Be my little baby bumblebee.
Buzz around, keep a buzzing round. We'll be just as happy as can be.
You and me, you and me, you and me. Honey, keep a buzzing, please.
I've got a dozen cousin bees.
But I want you to be my baby bumblebee.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yeah, the songs were written by Hoagie Carmichael, as I said before. Look up the name Hoagie Carmichael on Wikipedia. You'll see what a big deal he was.
Gee, Hoppity, I had a wonderful
Big name for Broadway. Big name in movie musicals. The Fleischers, having Hoagie Carmichael compose the music for this film was one of the selling points of the film, and it shows.
Will we tell the boss about this? Oh, wow.
It'll prostrate him. It'll prostrate him.
Yeah, Larry is pointing out that quite a few people recorded the song "The Couple in the Castle" from this film. That's a song that'll come along later. It's a fantastic song.
Well, we followed them.
And oh boy,
Where did they go? What did they do?
He's got an
What
old
did they do?
postage stamp
you
on the
mean,
wall.
what didn't they do? Woo woo!
Never mind the comedy. What happened?
He took her to that juke joint.
He means the nightclub.
Yeah, and they was dancing.
Well, what of it? A lot of people dance.
Yeah, but most people dance like this.
Well?
But they didn't dance like that.
Well, then how did they dance?
Like this.
Yeah, Carol says, do they? Do people dance like that?
Go on, tell him to rest.
The rest. Is there more?
More? Oh, no. No more. That's all there is, bossy. That's all.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about when he kissed her?
Kissed her?
Yeah, like this.
Why, you... Hoppity, bah! That long-legged, leaping Lochinvar. I should let that kid worry me. Why, I have wealth, position, yeah, character, personality. Good night.
Afternoon, Mr. Jitterbug.
How do you do, Hoppity? How do you do?
Hello, Mrs. Stinkbug. And how are all the little stinkers?
The little
Afternoon,
stinkers.
folks.
Hello, Hoppity.
Hello, Squinch.
Hiya, Hoppity.
How's everything, Dizzy? Hello, Nip. Hiya, Creeper. The human ones! Honey! Hey, where is everybody?
Uh-oh. Wow. Yeah, Eric, you're right. They're forgetting that most of them can fly.
Are you all right?
Hoppity, are you? Father, are you hurt?
Just a little shooken up, I guess.
Yeah, the little Bee Scout hasn't forgotten. He's the only one doing the flying. Oh, yuck.
Say, why, this is terrible. Why, it's an outrage. Why, nobody's safe in their own homes or out of them. Gee weeds, how long has this been going on?
Ever since that big fence has been down. The fence is down.
The humans come through.
There's only one thing that we can do. We're in a groove. We gotta move.
No use moving. We're doomed to go, and don't forget I told you so.
But jeepers, Mr. Creepers, we gotta move.
Don't forget I told you so.
Where?
Pooh.
Hoppity, there isn't anywhere, except that garden up next to the big place where the human ones live.
Well, what's the matter with that?
Not for me.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Well, all human ones aren't so bad. I'm going up and look that place over. It can't be much worse than it is down here.
Oh, can't be any worries, say. We'll fix that.
I don't think there's a human one in the world that would tolerate a horde of bugs moving in.
Well, Mr. Bumble, the garden ought to be just over this wall. Somewhere.
Yeah, Eric, you're right. These guys should be able to fly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hoppity should be able to hop right up there. Oh, look.
It's no use, Hoppity. You'll never get to that garden with a crippled old critter with a gimpy wing like me.
A gimpy wing.
Mr. Bumble. Gee whiz! Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's pretty, all right, but it's awful close to the big house.
Wow, it is pretty.
What about those human ones?
I don't think you gotta worry about them. Anybody who keep a garden like this can't be so bad. At least I don't think so. Hey, Mr. Bumble, look at this.
Just what the boss ordered. Now you take the high guy, and I'll take the low guy.
What a place to live in!
Yeah, why does that garden look so good? Pesticide. That's a problem. Orkin, yeah. DDT, right?
Well, that's quickest for old man Bumble and the long-legged lug.
Yeah, did we ever get rid of them in a hurry? Did we ever?
The boss ought to give us some heavy sugar for this job.
We better be getting out of here, Hoppity. Why, it's swell in here, Mr. Bumble. Solid and safe and dry as a bone. Over here, Mr. Bumble. In here. Give me your hand.
Oh, Dick, there's a bee in here. He'll drown.
Okay, Girl Scout, I'm a-coming to the rescue. Mister, now let's see, what'll I do with you? Say, Mary, what'll I do with him? Have him stuffed?
Oh, Dick, don't be silly. Here, let me take that. There you are, Mr. Bumble. This is where you belong, right out here in the garden.
See, Mr. Bumble? I told you we belong here in the garden. The lady human said so. You heard her.
Gosh, and she knew my name.
She knew my name.
Mr. Bumble.
Oh, wait till we spread
That's actually
the
a
good
nice
news in the
touch there.
lowlands. Oh, why, we'll move up here tonight.
So I closes with him. We grapples. I'm up, he's down. He's up, I'm down. Up, down, down, up. Tonight, deftly wraps his wings around this kisser right deftly.
And I'm tying the grasshopper's legs in a bow knot with a half hitch.
Bravo, bravo.
And quicker you can say Jack Robinson Crusoe,
We renders them unconscious.
non compos mentibus, or out of the money.
Them?
Yeah, yeah. The grasshopper and Mr. Bumble.
Mr. Bumble? You don't say. Nitwits, bunglers, for shame. To think that you, my trusted aides, would raise your cowardly hands in violence against a poor, defenseless old nincompoop. I mean bee, like my dear friend Bumble, thereby depriving his only daughter of her father. Now it is my painful duty to go down there and console poor little orphan Honey.
Cardboard Robot is following us. Thank you for the follow. We're getting real close to 100 follows here. How did you find us? Yeah, tell us how you found us in the
I
chat.
told you we belong in the garden. Oh, it's beautiful. And plenty of room for everybody. And the human one said we could move up there.
Is that what the human one said?
bum around, keep a bumming round.
We will be
Keep a
as
bumming around.
happy as can be.
You and me, you and me, you and me.
After this, we'll do as we please.
With the vintage wine and a porridge cheese, I will live the life of Riley, you and me.
Hello, killers.
The boss!
Whoopee! Greetings! Congratulations! When's the wedding, Chiefy?
Can we be the best man boss? Can we?
Here comes the bride. Lum dee da dum.
Hey, look! I'm a bride! I'm a bride!
Lum dee da dum da da dum.
So Cardboard Robot found us just browsing on Twitch.
You wouldn't hit a little guy with glasses on, would you?
Yep, he would. An awful lot of people find us on Twitch just browsing Twitch.
Got a rainbow and it's real McCoy.
There are bumps, bumps, bumps in the road.
And with soap, a darn heavy load.
But boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've got fun, we've got freedom, we've got joy.
This song here, this is Sammy Timberg song.
We got freedom, we got joy.
Phooey. Paramount used this song for many, many years in the Paramount cartoons.
We've got fun, we've got freedom, we've got joy. Oh boy,
It's a dumb little song.
got a rainbow and it's the real McCoy. There are bumps, bumps, bumps in the road. And we're toting a darn heavy load. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've got fun, we've got freedom, we've got joy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well, Cardboard Robot, I'm glad you found us. We show classic movies every week and bad cartoons on Saturday mornings. I hope you'll stick around. This is a film called Hoppity Goes to Town from 1942.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Awful nice of the human one that let us live in her garden.
And she's pretty, too.
Guess human ones ain't all so bad.
We'd all have been squashed flat if it hadn't been for you.
I didn't do anything. Gosh, don't thank me. Thank the lady human.
Well, guys.
I can't understand it. She said that...
Ambrose! Murgatroyd!
Yeah, Cardboard Robot says, I thought I was an animation geek, but I'd never heard of this one. Yeah, it's a forgotten film. That's why I'm showing it.
Can I be of any help? I'm awfully sorry. If there's anything I can do,
Hello, Hoppity.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Carissa says, "Aw." Yeah, cardboard robot. This stream will be available. The
Now you've done it, Mr. Hopper. In the doghouse, good and proper. I knew it weren't no use to go.
And I won't forget.
You told me so. Yeah. Patoo. Larry, yeah, you're right. This is very Capra. This is very much a Capra story. Mike says some people even close their doors twice.
I'll be right back, Dad. I'm worried about Hoppity.
Okay, Auntie. Don't be long.
But Cardboard, this stream will be available, the recording will be available for you to watch later. If you're interested in Lost Animation, you should watch the first part of this stream.
Headed toward the big fence.
Oh.
Yeah, Carol, like it never rained on them before. Right. Here's the song we were talking about earlier. The Couple in the Castle.
We're at 19 Moonbeam Terrace, overlooking Starlight Square. We're the couple in the castle, way up high in the air. On the corner there's a cloud bank, and we bank our millions there. We're the couple in the castle in the air. One day a daydream came a-stealing through the gloomy part of town. Well, that daydream brought us way up here, and we'll never come down. Call us Lord and Lady Stardust, call us crazy, we don't care. We're the couple in the castle in the air.
Beautiful song. Tremendous song.
Well, that's it, Mary. How do you like it?
Oh, Dick, it's a beautiful song. Beautiful.
Well, I hope the publishers agree with you. To the tune of a nice fat check.
I know they will, and we can...
Meet the payments on this house before they take it away from us.
Yes, and we can fix up the lower garden and the fence that's broken down where the people walk through.
Of course, it's too bad your young friend had to fail so miserably, Bumble. But under the circumstances, wouldn't it be well to consider my offer of marriage to your daughter? I suggest that you discuss the matter with her at once, Bumble.
Well, Mr. Bumble, Mr. Bumble, the human ones, they're gonna fix the fence, and they're also... Oh. Pardon me, Mr. Beetle.
Oh, now, Hoppity.
Honest, Mr. Bumble, the lady human knows all about that fence being down.
And those humans coming through.
And they're gonna fix that fence as soon as a check thing arrives.
A check thing? What's that?
Well, I heard them say it comes in a letter that the postman brings.
The postman? What's the postman?
You know, the human one with the stripes on his legs and a bag and makes a noise like this.
These insects are awfully perceptive.
Hurry up. Get going. And no slip-ups. Understand?
Dick Dickens.
Why, that's strange. I thought I heard the mailman whistle.
Psst. Psst. Quick. Over here with it. Over here with it.
19 Mockingbird Terrace. Dick and Mary Dickens.
In there. Out of sight. Hurry.
Famous music company, yeah. Ouch.
Where's the letter?
Such a suspense. Hoppity said it would fix the fence.
The fence is down, the humans come through.
Without the letter, what'll we do?
The letter, bow, we're doomed to go, and don't forget I told you so.
Where's the letter that's supposed to come?
To stop the damage that's being done.
The fence is down.
The humans come through.
Where's the protection promised by you?
Where's the check thing you talked about?
It's supposed to keep the humans out.
The fence isn't fixed. The humans come through. What Hoppity told us is all untrue.
Yeah, Miranda, you're right. That check came quick.
Such suspense.
Hoppity said it would fix the fence.
And the background painting work is gorgeous, Larry. Yes. Are those spider webs? So there are spiders around here?
There's a clock there, and we bank our millions there. Ta-toot-toot-toot, and the castle in the air.
Dick, here's a letter. It's
From the publishers?
No, it isn't. It's a foreclosure notice. It says we've got to move out of the house.
Oh.
Oh, Dick, the home you inherited from your grandfather.
Yeah, along with its creaking old mortgages and tax liens. You know, Mary, I think it's going to be a kind of relief to be free from all that. But anyway, if they say we got to go, why, we got to go, so where do we go from here, boys? Where do we go from here?
Thank you, everybody, for staying with us. We still got 12 people watching. Yeah, Mr. Fox guy. Yeah, maybe he'll meet Godfrey in the city dump. Modern skyscraper.
Well, I wonder what the folks in the lowlands are going to do now, with a building covering their property.
Yeah, boss, and on your property too, huh?
Yes, on my property. My property? What?
Uh-oh.
A building on my property?
Suddenly it's personal.
I'll be ruined. They can't do this to me. Well, I'll...
Is that bad, boss? That ain't so good?
Of course it isn't. My property will be useless and sunk.
Then you might just as well give your property away, huh, boss?
Give my property away? No. Give it away. Worthless. Give my property away. Yes. Yes, that's it.
Boys, I'm about to make a very generous gesture. I am going to give my property to the residents of the Lowlands community. All my worthless property.
You're sure a philanthropist, boss. You're sure a philanthropist.
Yes, yes. Provided, of course, that Miss Honeybee will accept my offer of marriage.
He's gonna get the whole community mad at Honeybee.
Well, if it isn't my old friend, Hoppity. How long have you been listening? I mean, standing there.
Just long enough, Mr. Beetle, to overhear your whole cowardly scheme. But you're not going to get away with it, because I'm going down and tell the lowlanders just what kind of an insect you are.
Oh, now, don't be hasty, young man. Swat, smack, go get him.
Mike says I smell a knife fight. Yeah. You know, I've been noticing through this film that Mr. Beetle's cane is a stick pin. The same kind of pin that bug collectors use to mount dead bugs on. I'm quite sure the artists who designed this were very aware of what they were doing there.
Hurry up, you douche! I'm gonna bust you in the head! I'll smack you! I'll mobilize you! Home, Jesse James, and don't spare the horseflies.
So you thought you could outsmart C. Bagley Beetle, eh?
C. Bagley Beetle.
Now, get up and fight like a man. You double-crossing Beetle. Let go of me. Let me get my hands on him.
All he has to do is stick that pin through him. Oh, it's a battery.
Why, that's the letter the human ones were waiting for. To fix the fence. Why, you no good...
That's right. And look what's inside. Show him, boys.
The check thing. Let me out of here, Beetle! Let me out of here! You can't do this, Beetle! Let me out of here, Beetle! Let me out of here! You can't do this, Beetle! Let me out of here, Beetle!
Neatly done, boys. My marriage to Honey is now assured.
Congratulations, boss.
Yeah, likewise. Happy wedding bells.
More electricity jokes.
My poor
Oh, wow.
little honey.
Oh, come now, Daddy. We've got to keep our chins up. This means happiness and security for everyone in the lowlands.
But it's your happiness I care about.
Oh, Daddy, will Hoppity ever forgive me?
Aren't there any other honeybees? Because usually when you have one honeybee, you have 1,000.
They'll come back. They shouldn't go. And don't forget I told you so.
Oh, he just broke the fourth wall.
Money, merry money in the spring of the year, and I'll dance at your wedding, honey dear. Honey, merry money, and I may shed a tear, but I'll dance at your wedding, never fear. Chimes will ring, the choir will sing, and I'll try to be smiling. Maybe then you'll kiss me as a sweet souvenir when I dance at your wedding, honey dear. You'll be such a honey of a bride. What a lucky fellow is the fellow at your side. Deeper than my heart, deeper than my heart. Here's hoping you and your love never part. Money, merry money in the spring of the year, and I'll dance at your wedding, honey dear. Oh yes, we'll dance at your wedding, your lovely, lovely wedding in the spring of the year. In the spring of the year.
Oh, yuck. The music is so good, though. Shatner. Yeah.
Hey, Schnozzle,
Don't you know you ain't dressed proper without a button there?
A buttoneer?
Yeah, a flower.
Oh, sure, a flower. I'll go get me one. How do you like me, Daisy? Ain't it that Daisy?
I think it's very pretty, but it should be put in water.
Holly, Mary, Holly, in the spring of the year, and the man at your wedding, honey dear. Mary, and though I may shed a tear, I will dance at your wedding, never fear. The chimes will ring, the choir will sing, and I'll try to be smiling. Maybe then you'll kiss me and the sweet souvenir when I dance at your wedding, honey dear. You'll be such a honey, of a
There's the spiders.
for a lucky fellow is the fellow at your side. Love within my heart, deep within my heart. There's hope in you and your love never parts. So honey, Mary, honey, and your night.
Oh, look.
And I'll dance at your wedding. Dance at your wedding, wishing your
Wow.
wedding would be mine. Your honey.
Hey, boss.
Now, what have you got there?
Rice, boss. Jingo, hookamakahula.
Oh.
And what do you intend to do with it?
Throw it on you at your wedding, Chief.
You're not coming to my wedding.
I sure wish we could have gone to the wedding.
Yeah, Darth Wing, you're right. That, don't spiders use those webs to catch and eat bugs? Yeah. Yeah, that was rough.
Come back here, flyweight.
Gee, Smack, you know I'm wacky over weddings. The music and the smelly flowers.
Hey, I thought I told you to...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, boss.
Mr. Beetle!
Look at this beautiful background painting. An old harmonica.
Hey, boss.
Good night, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Believe me, I understand. When I'm not hosting these shows, I find it really difficult to sit through a whole movie.
Dear Brother Beetle and dear Bee Sister, we're met to unite you as Mrs. and Mr. Be happy and well. Now if there be any Tom, Dick, or Harry who knows the reason why these two should not marry, let him now speak.
What? Smack! Smack! Smack!
The human ones!
The human ones!
Dad! Oh, Dad!
Don't be a fool. Come on, I have a way out.
Please, Mr. Beetle!
Dad!
Come back here. Come on, Smack, where are you?
To the lowlands! To the lowlands!
Back to the lowlands!
all be killed. In you go, Chief.
Upsy daisy.
Oh.
It's good to be back.
The old place sure looks good.
No place like home.
Well, well, what brought you back?
It was terrible.
We almost got killed.
It's awful up there.
Aha! I knew it. I knew it. Weren't no use to go. And don't forget I told you so.
Yikes. Whoa.
Get here, Mr. Beetle.
Oh wow, that was a neat effect. Yeah, the human ones ain't fooling around anymore.
Honey! Honey! Mr. Vomble! Oh, gee whiz. I just gotta find him.
You leave my daughter alone.
Hurry, hurry.
Hoppity. Attaboy, Hoppity.
Sock him, Hoppity. Left, right, another left. Bending buttercups. What a fight!
You see? And that was Mr. Beetle's whole rotten scheme. And I couldn't get down here to warn you.
Hey, hey, wait for me.
And he was trapped in that envelope for weeks. Whoa. Finally, he did some leaping. Here he goes. Yeah.
I know it's sort of silly to come back here, Dick, but I just had to see what they're doing to our old place.
Not our place anymore, Mary.
Oh, Dick, if only the publishers had bought your song. I'm still hoping they will.
Huh. Wouldn't do much good now. It's too late. Look, here it is. Not much room for a house and garden for us here. Unless you want to live on a roof, Mary.
Oh, we could, Dick. We could build a cottage right here. Our castle in the air
You could have your garden over here.
with the lily pond And the pottage shrubs? Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful?
If we got the check.
The check! The letter with the check!
Yeah, animation magic, that's what I was gonna say. It's a good thing Hoppity understands human English.
Look, here it is.
Well, the cardboard, they're not loaded. That's the point. They never received that check in the mail. Yeah, insect school. The U.S. mail, yay!
Hey, wait, everybody, wait! Now listen, we gotta go up to the top. If we stick together, why, everything's gonna be all right. I heard him say so.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard him. Like that check thing you heard about?
Yeah, that's it, the check thing. And they're gonna have a garden up there, just like it was down below, only nicer and safe.
No, not for me. I've heard all that before. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, no, don't go, Mr. Creeper. Please don't go. Don't anybody go away now. We gotta stick together.
Lead the way, Hoppity.
Let's go. Up we go. I'm sticking.
Me too.
Me too. Me too. Oh, all right. I'll stick. Let's go. Up we go.
The snail can move pretty fast with his red hot... 2 tons of red hot steel flying at you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Dickens doesn't live here anymore.
We've still got 14 people watching on Twitch. I'm really happy about
Come on,
that.
everybody. Let's go.
Those of you who have come in for the first time, please say hello and let me know how you found us.
We just ride this here escalator up to the sand truck.
And we rides away.
Safe as a little babe in the cradle.
Hey, boss, are you all right? What did you say? What did he say? I thought that's what he said.
Okay, Darkwing checked the YouTube and it was shut off. I was afraid of that. Thanks for checking. See, that's why I don't stream on YouTube.
Take it easy. All right, that's enough. Come on, let's go. Hold it. Come on, right. Hold it. Make it snappy.
In here, Mr. Beetle.
Yikes. Okay, so Carol sent your son over. Thank you, Carol. Please give us a follow. Dick Dickens, finally. $5,000. Yeah, he's got a hit song.
Oh, come on, folks. We just gotta get to the top.
Yeah. 6 months later.
Why, the top of the... Oh, oh, gosh. Gosh, I just can't believe it. I was sure it would be here.
Oh, sure. Keep going. Stick together. Everything's going to be just lovely when we get to the top. Well, we're at the top, and where's this paradise we heard so much about?
Sourpuss Snail.
Ambrose, Murgatroyd, come away from there this minute. Oh, oh, look. Look, everybody, look.
Starlight Square. Where the
Hoppity! Oh, Hoppity!
in the castle, way up high in the air.
This song.
On the corner, there's a cloud bed, and we bank our millions there.
Wait!
One day our daydream came a-stealing through the gloomy part of town. Well, that daydream brought us way up.
Gee, don't they look lovely together?
Yeah, very romantic. Hey, Murgatroyd, look at the human ones down there. They look just like a lot of little bugs.
Well, there it is. There it is. A animated feature film from 1942 that you've never seen before. You've never seen it before, you've never even heard of it. Completely unlike anything else that's ever been made. Doesn't look like Disney, doesn't sound like Disney. It was not Disney. Yeah, Carissa says that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, completely unique film and almost entirely forgotten. Very cute, Carol says, very cute, yeah. And the music, that song, I love that song. I wish there had been more of that song at the end. Eric says that was very entertaining and you heard it from me. I'm not sure what that means. Durham Steve says, good one. Yeah, I'm not sure what you meant there. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Cardboard Robot says, yeah, that was awesome. Cardboard, I hope you go back and watch it from the beginning. It's a very entertaining film. And like I said, before I showed the film, I showed two other classics also produced by Fleischer. And if you think Hoppity Goes to Town was a lost gem, wait till you see his Raggedy Ann and Andy cartoon. Definitely go back and watch that. You're in for an education. And Darthwing says, not even something expected from Studio Ghibli. Oh, you're paraphrasing the snail. That's what I was thinking, Eric. Yeah. And don't forget I told you so. Patoo. Larry, are you still with us? Larry, you still awake? Larry is the real expert on this film. Larry says, thank you, Keith. Yeah, do you have anything else to add, Larry? Because you're definitely the expert here. I remember Larry telling me that he had a college professor who was who was talking smack about Fleischer's two animated films about Gulliver's Travels. And Gulliver's Travels, I don't think is a very good film. That's the only other feature-length animated film that Fleischer's ever produced. And their second film was Hoppity Goes to Town. And Larry says that he had a college professor once who was talking smack about Gulliver's Travels, and then he said what? And then he said something like, "Well, but even worse was Hoppity Goes to Town." And Larry got super mad. Larry told him off in front of in front of the class. And am I getting that story right? It says, "I wrote my final paper on this movie for that class, defending it." Yep. Yeah. And when Larry told me that story, before he'd even finished the story, I was up in arms. I was like, "What?" All you have to, in order to defend Hoppity Goes to Town, all you have to do is say Hoagie Carmichael. Just that one name, Hoagie Carmichael. Great music writer. Yeah, that was a very entertaining film. It was better than I remembered, honestly. It was better than I remembered. The parts of it that don't really work, parts of it that were kind of clumsy. The music was tremendous all the way through. Katie did, Katie didn't. I love that song. And of course, The Couple in the Castle. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget, 50th Street is raising money. Carissa says you might have to show Gulliver's Travels one night. I don't know. I'm really not crazy about Gulliver's Travels. I might show it the next time I have a bad movie marathon, because I think it's a bad movie. I'm sure Larry is more charitable about it than I am, but yeah, it's not one of my favorites. We've got 14 people watching again. So Darthwing is telling us that that the YouTube stream was shut off partway through. Yeah, that's what I expect at YouTube. That's why I don't stream on YouTube. I took a chance on streaming on YouTube tonight, but we'll see what happens. I won't bother with YouTube anymore. I don't think. Yeah, Carissa, it might have been the songs. I really don't know. Larry says Gulliver got a Blu-ray release, but this one didn't. There's no justice in the world. Yeah, but yeah, I got it. I got my DVD through this Studio Ghibli restoration. That was a great print, wasn't it, Larry? That was a great looking print. It's been a real struggle to find good copies of Hoppity Goes to Town online. There are plenty of copies available online, but they all stink. All really bad prints, really dark, bad transfers from VHS days. But this was great. This is definitely the best I've seen. Pristine, says Larry. Yeah. Well, thank you again, everybody, for coming. Please remember 50th Street is raising money. Please make donations if you can. We've got a long way to go. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific for the Secret Movie Club. You're welcome, Steve. Those of you who have donated $20 or more, you'll be invited to the Secret Movie Club tomorrow, where I'll give viewers a chance to pick a movie. And you're welcome, Carol. Thank you for being here. And I'll stream again next Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We'll have a mini marathon of Space Academy, an old Saturday morning show from 1977 or 78, which I think should be included in the Star Trek universe. It was like Next Generation before Next Generation, made for kids, with tremendous special effects. I'll be showing that next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And then at 7 p.m. Pacific next Saturday, I don't know what I'll show. I usually decide Wednesday or Thursday what movie I'm going to show. It'll always be something good, something like this. And we'll see you there. And don't forget, Mr. Fox Guy streams every Wednesday and Friday. He shows bad movies. And those of you who were here for the first time, please give us a follow. We're very close to 100 followers. I think we're at like 97, maybe even 98. And give us a follow and come back next time. We always have a good time, always see something interesting, learn a few things. Like, I was impressed with the number of people who came in and said that they've never heard of this, and they like animation. But yeah, there's so much out there that we don't get to see. So thanks again, everybody. Good night. See you next week.